What's up, guys? Alex Keeson here. Just wanted to talk to you about and share some of the things that I know we sometimes forget, just with all the peer pressure, everything that's going on, the crazy and busy work life, family life, just everything in general, everything that's going on around us, all this craziness and businesses in our lives, and how all of that sometimes makes us forget in a way, or causes us to forget, and often almost is you're being forced to change your values. So what I want to talk about is the values and how important it is, and hopefully that resonates with you. I hope you're looking at things the same way. I'd like to hear your opinion, but I think values are extremely important, and just remembering what you what's important to you, and remembering where you came from, remembering your culture, your upbringing, and all those things that create you, and create the person that you are today. I personally, I think it's important to remember and don't forget who what those values are, who you are, and who you really are, not who you expected to be by by society and by situation, position that you may be in. So I know oftentimes we hear forget about what happened in the past, forget about your upbringings, or your past, what happens in the past stays in the past, that type of thing. But do you really need to forget everything? I understand, sometimes it's important to kind of let certain things go, right? That's weighing you down, some bad memories, some things that kind of weighing you down, but and things that don't contribute any value into your current life. But I think it's important to remember things that created you, including all of the challenges and opportunities that you went through in the past, to that you overcome and learn from. But more importantly, remembering your culture, remembering where you grew up, who were your teachers, remembering your what your parents did for you as you were growing up. And also remembering where you lived at that time, the culture, the language, if it's different from English, and all those things, all the experiences that you went through. And why it's important is because that's what creates you. That's what created the person that you are today. Whether you believe it or not, but that's what all those experiences, all of the lessons that you've learned in the past. From your parents and from people that were in your life, previously in the past. That's what created you, and that's something that that you shouldn't be forgetting, because it's part of your life. And if you pretend that you forget, or say that you want to leave all of that behind, then really, what you're saying is, whether it's, there are good or bad experiences, all the life lessons that you've learned, you want to leave behind, and, leave a part of yourself behind. But is that something you really want to do? Do you want to leave that uniqueness, that, that, thing that created, that created the person you are, created your behavior? Because if you went through some tough times, it's important to remember what helped you to push through, what helped you to overcome the challenges. If whenever you face some difficulties, who were those people that taught you and provided you with guidance and direction and wisdom when you were building yourself up, whenever you were starting your journey to get closer to where you are today. So and it's also it's important, if you came from a different culture, remembering where you came from, because everything that happened for a reason. And regardless how important or not important the experiences were, they were still part of your life. The people that were in your life that contributed to your upbringing, they were still part of your life. So it's just important to remember that. I think a lot of times we just tend to, with all the peer pressure, with all of the society's pressure, with all of the cultural changes, we tend to forget, and we try to pretend to be someone who we're not, and pretend that whatever happened in the past that was not us, and we didn't go through the experiences when in reality you have. But you're doing that just to fit in, and just to be part of the overall expectation that others have for you. But is that something you really want, or do you want to be really known for who you are, and known for your specific values and specific traits as a person, and that uniqueness that you bring to this world? So just something that I think it's important to just remember that, and that's why I wanted to share that with you guys, and share your thoughts, share your opinions about this in the comments. I would like to hear more from you. But other than that, enjoy the day. Hopefully it's a very productive for you, and full of exciting experiences that you create for yourself, and will be able to reflect back to in weeks, months, or years from now. This was Alex Keeson. I will talk to you soon. Take care.